When you want your spring break to feel like... and your kids' pool day to feel like... and your hotel bed to feel like... ooh, and room service to feel like... because at Hilton, hospitality feels like...
Your cabana's ready. Would you like fresh towels?
it matters where you stay. Book now at Hilton.com. Hilton, for the stay.
Welcome back, folks. This is episode 194. It's about payroll, and we got two great guests today, two for the price of one. And before we get into it, how you doing, Walt?
Man, I'm extremely grateful, blessed to be here with you and these wonderful guests of ours tonight. I'm excited to learn more about them and their businesses and what they do. But outside of that, man, I'm ready for tax season, W-2 season. And like I'm sure a lot of HR and payroll professionals are. So I'm just ramping up for that, man.
Yeah, I heard that. All
Yeah,
right,
man.
guys, before we get into your intro, we'll go. I always share some payroll news, and you guys are welcome to chime in and give us some opinions on what you think. Walt, you got anything for us today?
Yeah, something quick, some unconventional ways. We always talk about the financial
Yeah.
fitness challenge, right, for HR pros and payroll pros and stuff. So for payroll, stop paying for paper you don't use. Eliminate those printed
Yep.
stubs, checks, mailed statements, push for e-consent,
Yes.
employee self-service adoption
Yes.
with a deadline plus an escalation path. That seems pretty
Mhm.
self-explanatory, something that seems feasible. Also, this one is interesting to me. Flip the pay cycle where it's bleeding cash. Move high turnover hourly groups from weekly to biweekly, or keep weekly but shift to 1 week in arrears where
Absolutely.
legal to reduce off cycle chaos and reversals.
Absolutely.
So you agree with that one? Okay.
Absolutely.
For benefits, it says attack the claims lag problem. So implement monthly claim reviews with your broker or TPA
Mm-hmm.
and do not wait for renewal. And then conduct small mid-year plan tweaks that can beat a 9 to 15% renewal
Kind of
rate.
like what Melissa was talking about. Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And then this one, steerage without being evil.
In healthcare is a strategic initiative by insurers, employers, and providers to guide patients or employees really toward specific in-network, high-value, or cost-effective healthcare providers and facilities. That makes sense, right?
Yep.
Because a lot of times folks are saying, make sure you're not going to the ER when you can go to urgent care, or vice versa. I forget which one it is. One of them saves them
Yeah.
money, one is a bigger price. So that makes sense.
Sure.
They're just guiding them to the right solutions.
Yep.
Thank you, sir. Was that it? Roger that. All right.
Just prepping.
Awesome. I love it. Without further ado, we've got a problem solver in the building. Our first guest is Brian Smith Jr. I didn't know you were a junior, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Founder and CEO of Bottom Line Tactics. Brian helps companies find hidden payroll savings, recover valuable tax credits, and create strategies that put more money back into the business and the employees' pockets without the typical cut benefits playbook. If you're a business owner or a CFO that's tired of money leaking through payroll, this conversation is for you. Joining Brian today, we've also got someone who lives at the intersection of people and profit. Our guest, Eric Boling, from Top to Bottom Solutions, where they focus on employee prioritized healthcare strategies that strengthen the company's bottom line. Eric is big on this message. You can take better care of employees and run a healthier business at the same time. And tonight, we're getting into how that actually works in the real world. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Thanks for having us today. Thanks for
Glad to
having
be here.
Absolutely. So we always start off with origin stories. So who wants to go first? Tell us what brought you to this moment in y'all's career.
Well, Eric's got a significant amount of time,
He's trying to say I'm older.
Yeah.
so I'll go first. But no, me and Eric actually met, probably about 9 years ago.
Oh, wow.
In the life insurance industry. And Eric's always just been a great mentor, someone that I've been able to come to just personally and business wise. And, always has the right answer, or he knows what to say to keep me going. And to just help me in business. And I'd say over the last year, maybe year and a half, we both, pivoted to a new space, which is where we are now with preventative benefits and business solutions. And we both just saw a major opportunity to be really valuable to business owners and provide these solutions that kind of fly under the radar, but they make such a major impact. So we looking to, like I said, to be just a great resource to business owners, and with healthcare expenses and just costs in general rising when it comes to being able to offer benefits and perks and things to your employees. We found a few very good solutions that we'll go over today on the call that just plug and play right into payroll and bring a lot of value to not only employers, but employees as well, without having to continuously increase costs. We'll definitely go over those strategies today on the call. But we've been working together for a while, and I thought it would be great to have Eric join the call with us today and share a little bit about himself and how together we're working together to make a major impact.
Awesome. Love it.
Segue, Eric.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. I love being able to share and meet new people and stuff like that. So my background, you mentioned taxes a while ago. I've never had a job, so I've always owned businesses for,
Congratulations.
pushing 40 years now. And had a franchise development company in the tax prep space.
Oh, wow.
So I knew that business for a while, had multiple franchises developed, franchisees all over the Southeast United States and even up in the Midwest. Got into the insurance business about 16 years ago, really direct to consumer, built a pretty large agency, which Brian was a big part of. A few years ago, I'll say what else is out there. I was looking to spend my time a little bit more wisely and go out. Why go after one client when I can go after 1,000 with the same amount of time?
Yeah.
So we deal with mid-sized businesses, typically. I would say small, but anybody. Our floor is about 25 employees, and there's no limit. There's no ceiling. But I just like the space we're in. I like dealing with companies. I like solving their problems. Everything we do is at no net cost to them, so that's a real plus. So we're not walking. It's a very different sale or pitch or however you want to define it as, is because we're not coming in all the stuff I've done in years past. I'm picking up a check, or I'm asking for a big capital investment, or a franchisee wants to buy 10 franchises and asking for $1 million check.
Right.
This isn't like that. Now I'm here to offer our plan, our service, and show them how they can significantly increase their revenue. Payroll is actually a little unique. We go after all kinds of verticals, staffing and manufacturing and everything else. But payroll is a unique situation because not only are we going to save that payroll company a bunch of money, and we'll dig into this as you guys want to ask questions. So we're gonna save them a bunch of money on their very first payroll. All their client companies that opt in and their employees are going to see significant savings. Their employees are going to see a net increase in their paycheck. But best of all, because we are all integrated into their payroll, it is a revenue stream on top of that for that payroll company. And here's what's crazy. The revenue stream is typically larger than they make on processing a W-2.
Oh,
so
dang.
We'll dig into that as we roll things out. So
amazing. Yeah. So you said something that made me think is you've gone from asking for those $1 million checks to saying, hey, I could save you $1 million for an exaggeration purpose. Do you find what's easier? Do you find it harder or just as hard?
I find it harder.
That's what I thought.
I would
believe it or not.
Yep. No,
when I first started, and I spent, gosh, Brian, probably 18 months really kind of looking into this space. There's only about 3 or 4 of us. It's not a saturated thing.
Really?
We are number one. We've been in business with this plan right at 7 years. Not me, but this plan has been around about 7 years. Not a single client has ever opted out. So imagine in any business,
100% retention.
100% retention, which is unheard of. And so that struck me. Organized, well-funded, backed by monster insurance carriers and investment capital and stuff like that.
Very interesting.
There's a lot of confidence. We've got case studies that are available to you. Hey, you're a payroll company. You want to see a payroll company that you want to talk to as a current client? We'll put that together offline. So, really liked it. I really can't go into specific and name big company, big national brands. I just feel
No,
uncomfortable
of
doing
course,
that.
no,
But yeah,
nor do
Understood.
we require it.
yeah.
That's the beauty. It's just
But you would be
in
blown
general.
away.
Yep.
You would be blown away at some of our clients. You're kidding.
Wow.
That's a
Wow.
client.
Okay.
Brian knows who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So let me ask you a question then, because
Yep.
I find that interesting, your strategy that you use, right? And so that's going to segue for the first question I have. Like, we've seen payroll as an industry change over the years, right? And it's continuing to change, right? Brian and I always say that it's like an ever-changing landscape. So strategically, why do you feel that, or do you feel that we have to be more strategic as HR pros, business owners, more now than ever before?
So let's just be really, let's make it even more simple than that. It
Mhm.
is an incredibly competitive environment, right? There's certain sectors in lots of different industries that are hyper competitive. The margins maybe are continuing to shrink. Now you've got AI and all these, let's just be honest, easy to use platforms
Mm-hmm.
for the people that have been in, and there's payroll companies down the street, not down the street, within a few miles here, have been in business 25, 30, 35 years, stuck in their same old
Yep.
ways, but they're wondering why these maybe smaller and sometimes mid-sized groups are leaving. It's
Yeah.
because it's just there's not enough to offer. So
Yep.
Brian and I worked with a client that we brought on board right before the end of the year that
Welcome to This Meeting Should Have Been a Podcast, where we take on workplace issues from a skewed angle.
No corporate buzzwords, you quiet quitters.
And no strategic KPIs or dashboards.
Get out of here. We're talking company culture, leadership, workplace.
Guests who've lived through the chaos.
So forget those slide decks. We're candid, clever, hopefully useful.
We'll see you outside the boardroom. Go Lakers.
Don't wear that. Get out. Don't even wear that hat.
he was literally just looking for something else to offer within his package that he already has, right?
Oh, wow.
He's got it. So remind you, so whether, no matter what it was, what kind of HR benefits, payroll and tax, all these things he already offers, he's still just like everybody else in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what separates you from
Yep.
anybody else?
Yep.
So when we talked to him, he was blown away when we showed him this plan. It was about a 30 minute overview. Wow. We went through everything. And so he actually interrupted us and was like, "We're in. Let's do this. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Send us the agreement." I was like, time out. You do realize that there's an incredibly generous revenue stream for you just to opt in. Like,
Wow.
and then, yeah. Yeah. And so that was like the cherry on top or whatever. We didn't even get to that. So I had to continue and talk about that because and here's why and I will say this, myself and Brian and a couple of other my guys chose payroll to really look at for 2026, right? Because it's easy. I can go talk to a man plan or a school or any sort of organization out there, any business, right? But to me, that's like going after the life insurance. I brought them on board. Now where's my next one? And where's my next one? If I talk to a payroll company who already has 800 or 900 company clients that are all using that same platform, which we are already integrated with just about everybody in the country. It's hard for you to name a platform that we are not already a partner with or integrated with.
Amazing.
So when they can then turn around and say, so just say ABC payroll company, right? With 900 companies with 50,000 W-2s under management. So if they can then say, hey, announce to their clients, hey, listen, we just partnered with Top to Bottom Solutions or Bottom Line Tactics or whatever. We got a fantastic plan. You're gonna save money. Your employees are all going to get extra money on their paycheck and an enormously robust benefits package that extends to their whole household, even part-time people that have never had any benefits. Most of them are eligible. So you're going to be contacted in the next 2 to 3 weeks by one of these guys. So they're basically teeing it up for us. And then we go and then we contact these companies one by one, 8 to 10 to 12 a week. And we do all the work. That they're out of it, right?
Wow.
And for any company that onboards with us, and it's not a fast process. It's a 6 to 8 week process for them to onboard us to educate their employees and kind of get it rolling. Well, they're going to be paid on it. How about adding an enormous revenue stream for a payroll company for us to come in and work with them? And this is not, and let me be clear too. So we have a couple of other things that we offer, but that's our main plan. But this is also, I think a lot of people sometimes are weary about, okay, you're bringing on this new plan to our company and our employees. Are you going to be selling other stuff individually to our employees? No, this is the plan. It is integrated through payroll. It is a light lift on HR. This is not us trying to get a foot in the door to then market a bunch of junk insurance or something to all your employees. We don't want to do that.
Okay.
We're very good at this, and that's what we do, and we keep it very simple.
Okay.
Amazing. So when when healthcare takes a rising cost, where does payroll feel it first?
That's it. I would say it depends. So a lot of our clients, I look at like the hospitality and restaurant, and so we do a lot of that.
Yep.
If you might have a restaurant group that has 40 Popeyes franchises, let's say, or a bunch of different larger restaurants, they're really only offering that primary health care
That's
to
right.
the management
Yep.
or co-owners and
Yep.
stuff like that. And
That's a
unfortunately,
great
and this
call
is
out.
where we can step in, is because it goes up every year. And we also broker that, so we can take their primary, hey, I know your healthcare went up this year by 16%, 30%, whatever it is. Let us shop it for you. And we are full brokerage. We shop the whole thing. That's a favor. There's really not a lot of money in that for us, but we do that as hey, we're going to help you out. Oh, and by the way, you're going to be saving about $900 a year annually per employee net that onboards with this plan. So we're going to be putting
Wow.
money back in your pocket. So we can offset some of that cost. It even goes one step further. So think about this. So I'm talking with the university right now up in the Midwest, got about 1,600 W-2s. Their health insurance, I said 16% because that came to the top of my mind. In November, they got notice that their health insurance, it's a university, so basically everybody has it, unless they're part-time, went up 16%. So what we do is we have so many things like no copay, no deductible prescriptions for 1,100 prescriptions. So if you're a diabetic or all this maintenance stuff, it's free. You no longer even pay $10 a month. It's free. That's just one of our things. Mental health, free lab work, all this kind of stuff. My point is that if we can educate their employees to shift a lot of those silly claims, the small kind of claims onto our platform, we're going to generate a usage report that says, okay, so next year you can go back to Blue Cross or Blue Shield or whoever you were with and say, hey, listen, we had 30% less claims, so you're not going to be raising the rates on us next year. Does that make sense? So we're going to be able to give them hard savings with our plan, but then soft savings down the road year after year by shifting a lot of that stuff onto our platform.
Wow.
Gotcha. Okay. So let me ask you then, if you had to rank it, what do you think employees actually value most in benefits or in payroll right now? And what do you consider overrated?
It's a good one.
It is a very good one. Can we all agree maybe everything comes down to what at the end of the day?
Money. Cash money.
Getting
Cash
that
money.
extra take home pay.
What's that,
Yep.
Brian?
So
Oh, I was just saying, I mean, with the plan that me and Eric are talking about, one of the kind of underlooked benefits is that the employees are going to see an increase to what they take home each pay cycle. So without doing anything different, without having to work any extra hours, without having to pick up overtime, they're going to see around $1,500 sometimes a year, depending on the employee, added straight to their take-home pay. So not only are they going to have access to real healthcare benefits that they can actually use, that we're going to save them money on, they're also going to take a little bit extra money home. I'd say in a time like now where everyone's looking for a way to save money, everything's getting more expensive. Employees want more on their paycheck at the end of the day. That's what I would say for sure.
So I think we're all begging the question right now, right? Listeners, what are they talking about? What is it? And is there an easy, keeping in mind, you're talking to payroll professionals, they're going to understand what you're saying. So how would you explain to payroll pros what this is and how does it give employees and the employer a savings?
So the savings are built through the Section 125 plan, which is basically just a description of a tax code that's been around since 1978. Yep. So it's not new.
Yep.
these plans are really not new. So I'll go back to one of the things that like you said, is it harder to sell this, harder to go pick up $1 million check from a big investment guy, right? For franchises for me, it's harder to do this. Why? Because, well, how come I haven't heard of this? Or it seems too good to be true. That's the only objections we get, because once they sit for a presentation and have every question answered and see like real results from live clients and their actual numbers of current clients, it's game over. So it's one of these things that the only way that they're going to even be offered this, and there's a reason, is that if they are talked to by a broker like myself or Brian or several others, right? That's the only way. You're not going to see us advertise on CNN or Fox News or LinkedIn or Facebook. Here's why. So I think this goes back to why we have 100% persistency. Everybody in the world, including all of us, sit there and talk about how great our customer service is. It's lip service, I think, sometimes. We really mean it. We do everything. We do 99% of the work. Their HR, our companies that are clients of ours, they outside of about 5 hours on the front end to get everything set up, they don't do anything based out of that.
Wow.
And so my point is that we distribute this plan responsibly. You know what I mean? We guard its distribution, because if all of a sudden we put a bunch of ads out or mass media, stuff like that, and we had 1 million W-2s try to come on next month, we couldn't handle it. And then we wouldn't be able to give you the service that I promised you and the customer service that you deserve as a client, right?
Yep.
So we distribute and grow responsibly.
Okay. So my question that I have for you guys is, a lot of times, even Brian and myself have said that payroll deserves a seat at the table, right? And now we're starting to see more of that happen. So could you explain, or in your opinions, why is payroll uniquely positioned to lead some of those cost, people, strategy conversations?
I think, it goes back to a lot. I think so many business, and I say forward-thinking businesses. I don't care what you are, and this feeds into people's egos sometimes. When things are going great, they take everything for granted moving forward. You've got to keep fighting. You've got to, like you were saying earlier, I don't remember specifically what you said, but you've got to review. Oh, so we were talking about, is there anything new? Yeah, it's reviewing stuff. Hey, what else is out there? Don't be so egotistical and read your own press clippings to think that there's not something else out there that's better, or listen to somebody that can help you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's simple. It's just as simple as that. But it's time to every year to have a review, right? To look what else is out there. And the old way is not necessarily the best way. You'll go out of business really quick trying to do things the way your dad did when you took over the business, kind of deal. There's a lot of that out there, man.
Yep. Don't be Blockbuster.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord, man. Yeah.
So you're saying it's not a good thing to tell somebody that, hey, that's how we've always done
God,
things?
no.
No, it's terrible. Congratulations, you're raced to the bottom now. Because somebody's going to pass you, right?
Yeah.
I'm competitive and I like to stay. That's why I read a ton. I stay on top of stuff. But I also know I ain't the smartest guy either, and I will never try to BS. I will try to get the answer if I don't know it, but I will never BS you. And hey, that's a great question. Let's get somebody that actually can answer that.
Yeah, agreed.
Ego is the enemy, man.
Yes.
So in business,
some people are terrified of saying, "I don't know."
And
but
it's more relatable. Brian said, "Hey, man, I don't know, but we'll find that out together. I promise.
I know how to get the answer
for sure."
Yeah.
Exactly. I love it. So, as a payroll person, then, and how can we say, we just started a new service where we're helping our clients and struck out on our own and building a payroll provider, not just technology, but service. And that's one of the things that I think we're really proud of, is saying we help our clients really find the best fit. We don't force technology.
This episode is brought to you by Peloton. Introducing the new Peloton Cross Training Series, powered by Peloton IQ. Enjoy weekly workout plans tailored to your goals with personalized guidance. With weight suggestions to help you discover new strength and rep tracking so you never lose count. Try the new Cross Training Series, powered by Peloton IQ. Designed for your breakthroughs. Terms apply.
What do payroll providers now? What's the expectation? Because I heard you say some things like, hey, they're all the same. So it's processor versus advisor versus platform. Like, what are those expectations that you guys are running into with these? You say you're going after the payroll market, right? What are you finding? What are you learning out there about them?
So you
I
go
could
ahead.
say some of the things I've honestly run into are exactly what we just talked about, where a lot of people are afraid to change a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing this for 30 years, or back to we tried something like this 10 years ago and it didn't work out for us. Things, especially this plan that we work with, changed over time. So just like with anything, you might have tried a home security company and you didn't get the best service or it didn't work out for you. So you're not, I don't imagine you would stop getting home security. So this is the same thing where a lot of people are just stuck into that, hey, we're good where we are. When you look at what is out there, and then when people actually, like I said, hop on that overview presentation that we have and actually take a look at this plan that we offer, it's such a no-brainer to offer. But I think it's just getting past that first kind of concern or worry that some people might have, or oh, my clients won't like this. I don't know if you could speak on behalf of
Yeah,
all of
for real. No, the money savings is you
you
can't.
know.
Yeah,
But I think that's where when we started talking and game planning and strategizing, we both were like, hey, let's go after payroll companies. They
brilliant.
have a major center of influence on the
Yep,
business
yep.
already. One of the one of the highest expenses in the business is payroll. For a payroll provider to be able to come in and say, hey, look, you trust us as your payroll provider. We're already helping you here with this. Oh, by the way, now we can help you with this as well. It's going to, that payroll provider, your clients are going to love you, right? They're probably not going to leave you if you're helping them reduce costs, make their employees happier. So, I kind of say that's where all that ties in.
It
Amazing.
goes another step too is that people don't consider, and I'll talk to this usually after we kind of start the process, is that both for the payroll company and then obviously all their all the company clients that they have, at the end of everybody's in a different season in business. You might have some young startup company that's growing like crazy. Maybe they need to borrow capital. Maybe they want to grow and scale up. If we can help boost their EBITDA, right, by putting a bunch more money on their bottom line,
Mm-hmm.
saving the money, but then having an income stream on top of it, that's enormous. Then you've got somebody that's looking to maybe sell or be acquired. Same thing. They're going to need their balance sheet and all their analytics and stuff to look really good. We're going to come in and help strengthen their EBITDA, boost their revenue. So that's going to look good. So if you're talking with like when a payroll company, but I was talking to somebody that's getting acquired through a big venture capital firm. They're buying up all these companies. So they're really interested in this. Unfortunately, they're so large, this company, that it's going to take some time. They got board of direct. We like that small to mid-sized privately owned business. Yeah, sure, it would be great to get Amazon and Walmart. They ain't happening. So those people can make decisions, but they can do it quickly because they're in the trenches.
Yep.
They're the ones going to borrow money because they can't cover their
Mm-hmm.
payroll this
Yep.
month or something like that. They need to be able to have good-looking numbers, so we can certainly help with that. So it goes just beyond the hard benefits and things that the plan covers.
Okay. So you talked about retention earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
As far as your clients, what if you could give me like the top three things that you think actually create that loyalty in that partnership between payroll benefits and the client? What do you think those things have been, or have you seen them be?
Yes. So again, the first one is always going to be about, in almost every case, it's about money. And it's usually for that business
Okay.
operator, that business owner. I'm just going to pick one here, is a current client of ours who's got, all right, so there's a staffing company in California. They have 408 employees. They have
Wow.
397 qualified. Their hard savings year one net on their bottom line is 343,000,
Wow.
right back on their bottom line. Their employees are going to see $650,497 on their paychecks collectively
Wow.
that year. So that's a hard number. But now it's not all about the money. So we did have somebody that, was really interested, and this is in the hospitality and restaurant business, because their turnover is so high. And they'll go down the street to another restaurant to work if they
Absolutely.
can get anything else.
$1,
But
50 cents, they're gone.
exactly.
Yep.
So this plan, I'm not going to go into all the details what it covers, but it has everything: hospital indemnity, mental health, unlimited. Here's the big piece, though: a part-time employee or a seasonal
That's what
employee
I like, the
who
part-time piece.
is, yeah, there are certain constraints, typically about $400 gross a week, gross, not net, would be able to qualify them. But think about this. Let's just say a young single mom or single dad, right? Maybe making $500-600 a week, not just barely getting by, right? They're eligible for this. Now, it's not going to pay for their open heart surgery or anything like that, but it's benefits that they have that cost the employer nothing to offer. Zero net cost. It's not free, but it's zero net cost.
Right.
But it also extends to up to 8 members of that household. So as long whoever is under that, so imagine that you're working at, say you're assistant manager at Chili's. That's a poor example because it's a national brand. Whatever.
A local restaurant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
local. But maybe you're working, you've got a child or two, but you're living at home and your mom and dad still live there. That covers that whole house.
Wow.
Free prescriptions. There's 1,100 freaking prescriptions that this covers. No copay, no deductible, free lab work, unlimited mental health, urgent care, primary care. Now that's virtual, but so be it.
Yep.
The hospital indemnity plan. You're in the hospital for 15 days, you're going to get about a $5,000 check.
Wow.
And that's so it's amazing what it does. So there are a lot of companies out there that genuinely feel bad. And by the way, I owned a restaurant in Memphis, Tennessee for 4 years. I know there was no money to offer these poor employee. I don't say poor, but these people that we don't have the money. I sure wanted to give them something, but I couldn't. Now you have the ability to attract those employees because, we have this. They don't have that over there. Retain those employees and then just do something genuinely good. And it gives them a bump in their paycheck. Probably 40 to 50 bucks per every 2 weeks on their pay. It's about $100 a month is they're going to see on their paycheck. Extra.
Wow. That's big. And look, perfect segue, talking about employee financial stress. What do you think it costs employers for that financial stress?
A lot. So 2 things that we do. I said the mental health, and that is everything from just a counselor to quit smoking to full-blown psychologist, psychiatrist.
Wow.
It's covered in here.
That's
free,
huge.
Unlimited, and extends to the household. So we've got that. We also have counseling and coaching inside of this plan. Hey, you need help with your taxes? We have that. It's part of it.
Wow.
Financial, diet. If you can think of it, we've got counselors and stuff free. So it's just.
So let's be clear too, though. It's not dental. It's not vision. It's not medical.
It's not full medical. There's a generous hospital indemnity plans picks you up, our visit at hospital admission, an extended stay. And the beautiful thing is because it's integrated through payroll, they're not having to fill out all this stuff. So let's just say Brian down there is in the hospital for a week and a half, right? Gets in a car wreck, all that kind of stuff. That claim it's basically a phone call to verify his stay in hospital, all that kind of stuff. And that money is in his account via payroll in about a week. There's not all this paperwork and months go by and you get reimbursed.
Yeah.
So
wow.
And also just
beautiful.
To clear it up as well, this plan preventative health plan that we're talking about, it isn't meant to replace anything that's already in place either. So if
Good point.
a business does have a major medical plan, like an Aetna plan or a Blue Cross plan, we're not there to replace that. And if they also have, say, an Aflac plan that covers accident, vision, and dental, we're not there to replace that either.
Amazing.
Our plan can work standalone. So for businesses who maybe they want to offer benefits, but it's just a little bit too much, this can work standalone as a supplemental plan, or for a company that already offers those benefits, right? It's meant to be used for its purpose, right? So our plan is not meant to replace; it's meant to just fit right in there where it should be used. Or you could even see someone says, "Hey, look, I've been seeing my primary care doctor for the last 30 years. I don't want to switch." That's fine. Go to see your primary care, but when he tells you to go and fill that prescription, use our platform. You can still go to Walgreens. You can still go to your pharmacy. Just not going to have that extra cost associated with actually filling that prescription.
Amazing.
Wow, that's amazing.
I'd like to just say, I didn't realize this until a couple of months ago. I told Brian this. I said, I started looking at utilization reports, like what of these benefits are people really using? Well, prescriptions, hands down, number one. Like they're using that the most.
Wow.
Mental health is number 2. And
Yeah.
and here's why. The guarantee is they will see somebody within 48 hours, which is unheard of. In the national average to get, if you went to your primary doctor and say, hey, I've been, whatever that may be, I don't want to get into something ugly here, but whatever that may be, and they refer you to a psychiatrist or something like that, or a counselor, it's an average, national average is a 63-day waiting period.
Oh,
Think about
wow.
like suicide.
That's
They
crazy.
don't wait 63 freaking days to get some help, somebody to talk to.
Wow.
So they can do that here. And the other thing too, and there's other plans out there. So if you did have Blue Cross Blue Shield, the perfect example. Yeah, you might get a session or two once you're approved and then see them in a couple of months. But then that's it. Then you're starting to pay. This unlimited, if you don't like that, it will put you with somebody else until you find that right person. They could prescribe medicine. So these are full-blown mental health. And here's what I like. Only until about 4 or 5 months ago, this was just for the employee. Now it does extend to their household. Like I said, up to 8 members of their household, including adolescents, which you think nowadays are all adults. We've seen how awful bullying can be and all this.
It's real.
Just the stuff that's out there.
Yeah.
And so I was actually fairly surprised that was our number 2 most utilized benefit, but I'm happy for it. I'm proud to say, hey man, we really can make a difference. These people can actually get some help.
Yeah. So with the affordability crisis that's going on now, earned wage access, or I like to call it EWA. I like it. But like pay flexibility, on demand pay, like what are your thoughts on EWA?
Love it.
Love it.
If you go to my website, it's the number 2 tab.
Oh wow,
it's fantastic.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
You guys offer
it's
that
another way
as a, oh wow.
That is separate. That is.
But
so I call
you offer.
It's a 2-prong strategy to help you out. No cost to the employer to offer. It's very easy. Integrates with payroll. There's a lot of financial coaching and wellness. We don't want people to get it. It's not a credit card.
Nope.
There's no predatory lending. We spend Brian and I spend a significant amount of time finding the right group to partner with that. So.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, that's great.
Yeah, I think having access to I think it's huge. You never know what can happen, right? A single parent, but you're doing everything you can to make sure your kids are getting to school on time, going to work, getting back on time, and then boom, the alternator in your car goes out, right? It goes a wrench in everything. To be able to have an option if you need it to get that pay on demand is huge. And it's almost like if you were to get a Cash App notification, the way it works, hey, look, you can choose a certain amount and have deposited directly instantly, take a little bit of a convenience fee for the instant deposit, and that money's yours. So I think it's huge, and that could literally save someone's situation depending on how it is.
For sure.
Yeah, I think
I love it.
And tying into like the services as well, this ties straight into payroll. Simple integration, and for payroll providers looking to set themselves apart a little bit, it's just another, oh, by the way, now this is something else we can help you out with. So.
Absolutely. I love it, guys. All right. So let's top to bottom line tack this here. Implementation reality check. So what blocks adoption and how do you guys roll this out without blowing up payroll?
Hello, this is Michael Vandervoort from the Drive-Thru HR podcast, where we discuss ideas, trends, and activities that impact HR, talent, HR technology, and the workplace. Our focus is on expanding knowledge and igniting curiosity as we hear directly from people who are shaping the future of the HR industry. Join us.
Got it. Like I said before, if you take the top 40 national platforms, I don't care what it is, ADP, Paychecks, Aviante, whatever it is, we're already built out.
Nice.
The only things where it's not that we can't do it, it just takes us a little bit longer, is when maybe they're trying to do something in-house. They'll build it at our cost. They're not going to pay for a thing. We will pay for all the integration and all that good stuff. May take another couple of weeks if we have to build something out, but we've got like platinum partnerships. And so really it's just turning on the switch. The biggest thing that's delayed, and I think it's a good thing, is because we are real insurance. This is not some bogus wellness plan, and we're real insurance. We have 2 really big carriers that back us. They are it's heavily regulated, right? Super regulated, which is great. They require us to have at least 30 days as minimum, to then educate all of their employees.
Nice.
So if you're a payroll company owner and you bring us a company with 300 employees, ABC widget company, we're going to spend all that time, we literally send every employee a packet with a paycheck comparison so they can see what the difference is. They're gonna. It's
Nice.
real education because we want them using this. We
Yeah.
want them using the platform.
Wow.
So that's it. It's like I said, 6 to 8 weeks, sometimes up to 12 if it's a really big company or they're
Okay.
spread out. We operate in every state in the country other than New Mexico.
Let's take it on home then.
Okay.
All right, so you gave us a lot of great information. So tell listeners where they can find you two, or learn more about your business.
Me and Eric, we both work together, right? You could find me at bottomlinetactics.com. I'm also on LinkedIn. My name is very common, so it might be hard to find.
You can't get more common for real.
It's Brian with an I, Smith, which is where I lose a lot of people. But if you just add a JR for Junior right at the end of that, you could find me on LinkedIn. And I would highly encourage you guys after this call is over to follow me and Eric, connect with us, check out our websites. If you're a payroll pro looking for something else to just give you that competitive edge, or if something that we talked about today just sparked your interest, don't hesitate to reach out. I truly and wholeheartedly believe these benefits and plans that me and Eric are able to broker out and offer are going to be huge game changers. I see a lot of things come in waves. Like when tax credits, for instance, there was all these credits after COVID and then they went away. And then you notice, there's a lot of those people who are in that space talking about this new thing as well. So I do believe that these preventative benefits are going to be something that's going to continue to come up in conversation, but definitely do your due diligence. Like Eric said, the plan that we represent, it's been around for over almost 7 years. Haven't lost a single client. Some really huge partnerships in universities and just outside of that as well that just show that we're not here to play around either. But yeah, you can definitely find me bottomlinetactics.com or Brian Smith Jr. on LinkedIn.
Nice.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay.
And I am Eric Boling, Boling. I'm pretty easy to find on LinkedIn. You just go to top-to-bottom-solutions.com.
Amazing.
All my connections are there. Everything you need is there. You can request info and PDFs and all that good stuff there. Top-to-bottom-solutions.com. And like I said, if you're a payroll company and you want to attract new customers, retain the ones you have, take a look at this.
This has been great, guys. So before we let you go, we like to play a game with all of our guests.
Okay.
So we're gonna let's call it this or that. You can choose one, both, neither, whatever you want to do. We're gonna ask you both the same question, and then I'm gonna end it with a quote. So I get it. Okay. So Google Sheets or Excel?
Google.
I'm old, so Excel.
Google. Everything's
there. You go.
Everything's already in there.
Yeah, man, I love it. All right, and my last one is: do you prefer offering better healthcare benefits or a cash bonus to employees?
Ooh. Brian, go ahead. I'm thinking about this one, man.
If I had to choose, honestly, I'd probably say a cash bonus. Yeah, but people do. People got all kind of reasons for what's going on in life. For me, I'm 34. I don't remember the last time I even went to a doctor. So if I had to choose for myself, hey, look, just give me the extra money. I probably wouldn't be using the.
Oh man,
it's the young. It's the young. Yep.
Even though
I went to the doctor. I went to the doctor this morning, but I'll still pick cash.
That's right. All right. Let's see. 4-day work week or unlimited PTO?
Give me 4 days, 4-day work week. I'll take that. I feel like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, it's a good choice because unlimited PTO is going out the window. We had a lot of, as soon as it came out, I had a lot of HR leaders that were like, "This is not gonna last. This is not gonna work."
I was gonna say, I feel like,
and it sure enough didn't. All right, next one: burger or pizza?
Toss me a burger, man, and I'm only gonna tell you why. Strangely enough, I had a burger not too long ago. It was a peanut butter and jelly burger.
I've heard of that.
Yes, sir.
If you haven't tried it,
pizza, man.
That's
Pizza
on
all
my
day.
mind. That's been on my mind.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. Yeah.
All
Yes,
day.
sir.
I can eat it tonight, tomorrow, the next day. Leave it out, I'll still eat it. Yeah.
No doubt. Yeah,
Keep it
yeah,
running,
that's my
man.
son. Last one: staycation or trip out of the country.
Passport. Give me the passport, and we're getting out of here, man.
Right here, baby.
Nice,
I
nice.
spent I was in Ireland for a month in October, man, and
Oh, that's
oh,
amazing.
yeah, I can't wait to go back. Yeah, get me out of here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice,
Amazing.
man. All right, Brian, you want to hit the quote?
Sure, we'll close it out today. Learn from yesterday, live for today, but hope for tomorrow. Albert Einstein.
I like that.
And yeah, thank you guys. We can't thank you
That's
enough for
great.
joining us. Amazing information. And please go check the gentleman's website out if you want for more information. I know my payroll pros out there. What are they talking about? We got to find out what's going on here.
Yeah.
It is real. It has been out for a while. I remember getting a demo about this years ago, and glad to see it's stuck because I was like, whoa, what is this real? So I'm glad to see that the product is still there and you've impacted so many folks. It makes sense. So definitely go look top to bottom solutions and bottom line tactics.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks for joining us today,
Awesome.
folks. And thank you everybody for listening. We love you. Peace.
Peace.